Alrighty, I got this right here out of some stuff that I had gotten, and I think it's really, really cool. But we need to do some work with it and make it a nice quilt for Emmy. So, what I have done is I went to my local material shop, and I got this right here, fleecy material, and I don't think we need any batting with this or anything. We just need to put it together with it. So I figured that's what I would do this round. So I'm just going to lay all this out and flatten it all out and all. Then we'll keep this in half. Alrighty. And then I'm going to just lay it down on it. Make sure we're half down here. And we have extra over here on this side. I want to try to have at least 3 inches on this side. So we got 4 here and we got 3 down here. So let's see what we can do about straightening it up and making it go the way we want it to. Okay, that works for me. So now, I know you can't see this side. So we got 3 inches over here. We're going to get 3 inches over here. And I'm going to get my scissors out here. And I'm just going to cut her eyeball-y down and give it a good old cutting down. Alright. Don't think it has to be that perfect because I don't think she would care too much about it. So, now then, what I'm going to do is open this bad baby up across my table like this. Now I'm going to put this wrong sides together, or pretty sides together. Okay. Now we'll see what I can do about getting the top and the bottom pretty well much together here. And all. There we go. Okay. So, now what I'm going to do is take this to the sewing machine. I want to sew this to this side over here. And I want to try to make sure we got enough room at this end and that end that are the same. So, I'll see, I've got a lot of good garbage over there. So we got to do this again. Come down. I think that right there pretty well much will handle it. So we're going to sew this down. And we're going to do the other side over here, right here, the same way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this right here. Oh, I need to go up more. Right there. That's where I need it at. Okay. So now I'm going to come down here. And I'm pretty sure you can see it pretty good. I want to make sure that I sew it like right about here. I don't want to go all the way to the end of it. I guess we'll want about probably a fourth, I guess. I don't know. Let me get you. We're going flying. Yeah. You see right here how much I got here? That's how much I want to save there. So, I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to do this side that's hanging down, and then we'll be back. Alrighty. I got that done. Now, we want to do the same thing to these ends. But now we want to go in, kind of like in the middle of it. So we want to try to, the best way I know how to do it is try to even it up so that it's in the middle. See what I'm saying here? Yes, like that. I mean, I'm not looking for perfect because there's no telling what she's going to do with it or anything. But she does like it. She said she did. But she's a 2-year-old. Okay. Now, the thing of it is we want to leave an opening on one of these sides so that we can turn it around. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to bring this down. This is like 3 inches here. I'm going to take this one, bring it down to here, and I'm going to pin it. That's where I'm going to start it at. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just bring it down. We've got about 3 inches right there. And just bring it down here and pin it. And that's where we want to stop at. Now right here in the middle, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to bring this down. And I'm going to pin these two. This tells me to stop here. This one tells me to stop here. So we can turn it inside outwards. Or right side outwards. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew the other one too. Alright, let's get our pins out. Now let's go to the other side and let's turn it around. Just bring it through. The reason why I'm not cutting corners yet is I want to make sure that everything is right on it. We can always turn it back around after we check it out. Make sure everything's sewed and everything's right and all that other good stuff. Okay, why ain't you going? You should be going. It doesn't like me. There we go. Let's get these pins out of the way. Let's give her a throw out here to see what she's looking like. Yes. Oh. This right here is just a good check is all I'm doing right now. Just checking it all out. So, of course, I'm bringing out my corners all the way right here. Bringing them out. Da-da-da-da. Let's try that one. And we want to do that one. Bring your corners. There we go. Now then, let's spread her out and take a gander at it. Yes. I think that's going to work out pretty nifty. And so, I'm going to play with this and try to get it as flat as I can, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I have on my outfit. You see? I got it. We're going to town today. But I got a little while before we go, so I can work on this. Okay. So, now then we have this laid out like we do. What we want to do is find the opening. So now I've got one. Okay. We want to take these right here, corners, and we want to lay them down like this and sew them. And if it comes up over here, it's not going to be much that they happen, because we pretty well much got it even as much as we possibly can. But we want to sew all 4 of them down. And if you have any left over, like on this one, go ahead and sew it on down and fix it right and sew it down. Because when you sew it down, and you push it through and all, it's going to have this type of effect, which that's what I want, and because I have an idea to do right here in the corners. So I'm going to get busy and I'm going to do these corners. Okay, I'm going to let you watch me put this one on. And you can't see it that great, I know. It's not the sewing that I want you to watch for. I want you to listen to the way my sewing machine is going. And then I'll tell you the reason why. Alrighty. So I'm just lining this up. Listen to the thumping. You hear the thumping on my... Well, the reason why it's thumping like that is because my needle is dull. And I need to put in another needle. So, I figured I'd let you know that tidbit. Okay. So now we get this done. So what we want to do is trim off our extra that we don't need on the side. Which is not going to get too much because, see, that's what I just cut off. So, the next thing we want to do is push her back in there and push it out. So, and get her to the point. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of these done, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, it is pin time. Now, what we're going to do is lay it out as flat as we can, and get this right here on the corners here, the sides here, kind of leveled out here, and all. And now we want to pin it down so that it don't really move on us and all. Let's see if I can't get this corner better, because I'm not happy with it. Okay. So, we're going to want to pin all this down and all. Let's get up here so I can move along. Move along. Get her done. Alrighty. And we want to do this all the way around and all. And then when we get it done, we're going to want to sew it all the way around. Find a pretty stitch and put on there. Find a different color and put on there. Like if you got an orange, put an orange on there. Or blue, or, you know, a different color. And find a pretty stitch and put on there. And all. So that it'll look pretty. And all. So, I'm going to get busy. And I'm going to get this done. Now, we want to do the stitch out here. And we want to do a stitch in here. So we have these tacked down real good on both sides. And all. So I'm going to get busy and I'm going to do that. Right here is a good time to fix your hole too. Because when you go across this, you can go ahead and fix that hole. And be done with it as well. And all. So that's just another tidbit. Okay. I have these two on. When I do the other one, then I'll show you all three of them. Because we want to put one more on. And it will kind of help it keep together. So, I want to put one about 10 inches from the first seam right here. And we're going to put lines right here all the way around it with a washable marker. And then we're going to find another pretty seam to put around it. So when I get done with that, we'll be back. Can you see how I got this? I got a house full today. And if I could have recorded a minute ago, you'd have heard my board getting cut out there. But looky there. I think it's looking good, and I think she'll like it. So now we'll find us another nice stitch, and we'll put it right there. Okay, we are done with all three of the borders. So here we go, Quilter's Airline. Alright, on this one, I have a clover and a heart. On this one is a heart and then some leaves. So now we want to work on these funny looking corners. So I'm going to put you back down. Airline, earthquake. Okay, so I figured I would put some ribbon around it. So I want to find me, that would probably look pretty because it's pink and all. There's some blue. I don't care for that kind of ribbon. That's not what I'm looking for. That's cheap ribbon. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that. Okay, here's some blue right here. Well, what would look prettier? I like the blue so far. Let's see if I can find something different in there that I would like. Here's a different kind of pink. I still like the blue better. And I don't know if you can see it or not. But there it is. Okay. And then we have where somebody had cut some off before. And I always put different colors in there. Black won't work because we don't have black in there. Brown does not work because we have a little bit right here, but not enough for this. So that gives us two. Not worth it. Put it all back in there. We'll find something else to do. And we have this blue. But I have to say that I think I like this pink better. And on this. So I think what we'll do is we'll use this pink. So we'll throw all that back in there and put the lid on it. Now we are going to get us, I know, I'm going to say the dirty word, needle and thread. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is get me some thread, and this must be a long one, so we're going to cut that off. So, put everything back up. I always like putting things back up when I'm done with it. It keeps it a whole lot neater in here. Sometimes I let it go, and then I wished I wouldn't have. Then I got a lot of stuff I have to put back up and clean it up, and I don't like doing that. Okay. So we're going to tie our needle off here, and there we go. Just trim off garbage. Okay. Now then, I don't know why I put them up because we're going to need them. Okay. Now let's find our front here. We got plastic tape on it. The bonding strip. We have to take that off. Alright. Let me see. I can get everything for you to see it. Okay. Now, these corners are sticking out. We really don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we are going to gather it like this. I can get hold of it. Okay, we're going to go that way with it. Okay. Now then, we are going to make a bow on it. Fix our bow to the size we want. There we go. And now we're going to cut it off. Now, we are going to sew this down. We're going to go through the back, and we're going to go all the way through. And wherever it comes out from up here in the top, it's fine. Because we are going to go right across from it, and then we are going to go back, and you want to make sure that you get the back of this one. So here we go. And we're just going to keep doing this like putting on a button. And I'll just make sure you get all your lace in there. Okay. Now then, to tie it off, we're going to do it just like we do anything else. Just flatly out, tie it off, like you would a button. Now, this is another thing that I like to do. Okay? You stick it right in here around where you just made your knot and push it through your material. Make it come out somewhere else. Pull it through. Cut it off, and it will hide the string. So that works for me. So I'm going to do all 3 of them, because I've already done one. We'll do all 3 of them, and then we'll be done with it. So I'll take a picture of it and show it to you.